In the crushing, in the pressing, you are making new wine. In the soil I now surrender, you are breaking new ground. So I yield to you and to your careful hand. When I trust you, I don't need to understand. So make me a vessel, make me an offering, make me whatever you want me to be. I came here with nothing, and all you have given me. Jesus, bring new wine out of me. In the crushing, in the pressing, you are making new wine. In the soil I now surrender, you are breaking new ground. So I yield to you and to your careful hand. When I trust you, I don't need to understand. So make me a vessel, make me an offering, make me whatever you want me to be. I came here with nothing, and all you have given me. Jesus, bring new wine out of me. 'Cause where there is new wine, there is new power, there is new freedom, and the kingdom is here. I lay down my old flames to carry your new fire today, oh today. 'Cause where there is new wine, there is new power, there is new freedom, and the kingdom is here. I lay down my old flames to carry your new fire today, oh today, oh today.
To the person I used to be, there is nothing wrong with you. I know how hard it is to go through every day trying to find a way to fit in. And it's okay to want to fit in. But baby, I'm here to tell you that you are perfect, just the way you are. I know what you're thinking, and I'm gonna stop you right there. Your mind is not like the others. You want to explore the unknown and just allow yourself to roam and get lost in the forest of book pages, or get swept up in a sea of music phases and just be by your ace. Because you're moving at a different pace and you know life's not a race, but kusarira kune stress. What you don't know is you're running a different race. Honey, you're going the other way, so don't get swept away. Stand firm and hold your ground. Because no amount of clout can replace a gift so astounding. You have something within you worth more than 1,000 jewels, and it may seem like the world is being cruel, but don't give up. I know you won't believe me, but you are beautiful. Beautifully crafted from the earth, with your skin so smooth. Your dark skin showing the beauty of your heritage, showing the history of your lineage, showing you are strong and resilient. With the body so beautifully built, it can't help but draw attention. Many without the right intention, but that is not a reflection of you. You are worth more than their empty promises. I know that it's hard, and I know it sucks. But life is a game of luck, and there's no recipe that I can give you. But to the person I used to be, I know, but I also know that you're gonna be okay. because I'm here.
Sometimes to be black is to be born into slavery. It is to be declared guilty of a crime you know nothing of, sentenced to a life of constant running and fighting, proving that you're not metal or steel, that you feel, that you're just as human as the person next to you, capable of pain. Shall I cut open this vessel so you can watch it bleed? I promise I'm deserving of this air I breathe. Sometimes to be black is to stand before a mirror, watch your reflection point a gun at you and shoot without flinching. Is to carry this feeling of hate as you sit in your body and you don't completely understand why, but you've labeled yourself a failed experiment, a disease the world needs to eradicate. Sometimes to be black is to wonder whether your destiny is a tombstone engraved murderer, thief, criminal, pauper, or just another in line to die by the hand of a white man or a black man who has forgotten we've already suffered enough together, we'd be destroyed apart. Sometimes to be black is to cram your mother tongue on the way to a village whose history you barely know of. You fear they'll call you the child engulfed by a city that is not her own. You're wiping your mouth of every trace. They'll never know how deep your teeth sunk into the white man's food. It is to dust your lips off from every language that is not your own, hoping that this time you will connect with this old strong tree that is your grandmother, roots thick and so deep into the ground she calls home. Her wrinkles, a map of roads she longs to walk on, a land long gone, a time she may never know again. In her mind's eye she holds blurry stories of the past, full to the brim with conviction. Sometimes to be black is to practice how we will explain to her that freedom was merely an illusion, that it will take many more generations to escape the mental prisons we still live in. How do you tell her that the oppressor she sang off in struggle songs has a different face now? How do you tell her a man who calls her mother and looks like her is wreaking havoc in countries? Sometimes to be black is to watch a man who shares the color of your skin stare you down. There are armies of him at every turn. Has nobody taught him of his history? Does he not know the graves of his ancestors clang and clatter? Their eyes have birthed activists and protests. Does he not know you may kill the body but the spirit lives on? Sometimes to be black is to pray, but still wonder why a God whose name is love would brand you with such a mark. You don't know how it is you will survive the rest of your days as an outcast, with this cursed inheritance, this weighty baton that keeps being passed on in this seemingly eternal relay. But if only you knew, it is only the artist that names his art. It is only the creator that says what his creation is. You were taken from the cloth perfection. You were made in the image of three in one. In the likeness of God you were formed. Every inch of you speaks of the goodness of God, your evidence that his hands craft beauty, skin powerful enough to absorb the sun, eyes, a gateway to a soul rich in culture, hair, a crown passed down from old like a sacred family heirloom. A God whose name is love fashioned you into a being worthy of admiration. Sometimes to be black is to learn that you are not less than. Power and greatness lie within you. The heavens marvel at how magnificently you were formed. So should you.
Breathe. I see what you are going through. It's a fight for freedom. At war with yourself, so you put your life on the line by seeking validation online, and when you don't get it, you decorate your wrists with a line. It's a fight for freedom. At war with the lies of this world, so you almost hanged yourself with a rope of broken promises. You are searching, attempting to fill up missing pieces, so you travel outside yourself just to find yourself. Intimidated by your own imperfections, but little do you know that your flaws are divine. Far from broken glass, your image is a reflection of God's design. Learn that life is more digestible when you take slow sips of every sunrise. Your lungs are a canvas. Inhale art, and you will find the right colors to breathe for. Sometimes we are victims to our own mistakes. Built ourselves with flammable personalities, self-doubt often burns our confidence into ashes. The world highlights our blemishes by degrading the quality of our material. So we are fighting to belong to the right piece of cloth. Insecurities about how we dress make us capture fabricated realities. Lives existing through filtered lenses, so we never show our true images because we are humans and we find comfort in standing before mirrors comparing images, judging those that have distorted reflections because of their broken glass, a form of negativity we struggle to surpass. I myself have faced too many breaches towards my confidence. I have faced hands that tried to corrupt my heart by feeding me misconceptions that I am far from being art. But by definition, I am a product of God's canvas. Painted by the brushes of paradise, the color template is the rainbow in the sky. I am an extraction from His picture. Even though daily this world tries to use His image to frame me, but truthfully I am free. Captured in godlike glory, my spirit prevails in HD. I pay no attention to the applications of society. Do you not know that godlike pixels cannot be photoshopped? By definition, I am a crime scene. It won't take a brush for them to see that I have heaven's fingerprints on my surface. Molded by the craftsman of paradise, my ashes have turned into gold dust because the glistening of my soul is essential.
My mistakes, your regrets, my attempts, your fortress. I exist, you forget my phone calls, your voicemail. You told me be more like Jesus. Can I come back to life like He does? I've been dead to you a long time. Call me crazy, love, as long as you call me. Call me what you want, as long as you call me. I'm lost without your love, no end to a story. So call me crazy, love, as long as you call me. As long as you call me, as long as you call me, as long as you call me, as long as you. My last try, your questions. I'm sober, but you care less. My small talk, your silence. You moved on, your boyfriend. So call me crazy, love, as long as you call me. Yeah, call me what you want, as long as you call me. And I'm lost without your love, no end to a story. So call me crazy, love, just as long as you call me. As long as you call me, as long as you call me, as long as you call me, as long as you. You told me be more like Jesus. Can I come back to life like He does? I've been dead to you a long time. So call me crazy, love. When we broke up, I didn't cry. I know, that's weird. I didn't cry for months. I wanted to remember all the moments we had, and bottling it up seemed right to me. I hid behind my Instagram post in the attention of any guy that would see me so that I could feel numb. When we broke up, I hated myself for loving you. No, not for loving you, but for staying with someone that saw my pieces as broken and not the evidence of my strength. I guess I found my strength in you instead of God, expecting someone who was just as broken to fix what they didn't understand. When we broke up, I know you're expecting me to say that I didn't cry, but that's a lie. I cried for months and months and months. I don't want to say this out loud, but honestly, I had missed you. But I don't want you. In the past, I would have fought for you at my own expense, but my love for you was disappearing into the clouds of our relationship, and I couldn't seem to stop it from fading away. In my mind, I wanted to be like Peter Parker, and you to be like Tony Stark, and I would say, please, don't let me go. I'm scared. But with a snap, you had disappeared, and the war I thought that we would fight for an infinite lifetime was actually in its end game. It's funny, as I'm writing this poem, my brain seems to dance around the lies we made to each other like Peggy and Steve, but this isn't a Marvel movie or a sequel, and evidently our love isn't, or should I say wasn't, inevitable. My heart remembers the love, but it always felt like I was falling from the sky, waiting for you to catch me, but only to realize you were the one who pushed me off the edge. My body remembers the pain so much that when I hear your name, I shake with fear, thinking you'll show up again. I guess you can say you've been branded onto me. Heartbreak is an interesting character. He seems to change my perspective so much that every guy I meet, I see you. Isn't that weird? Blaming someone for something that a past person did. I don't know how that works. I don't know how we worked. We were like the sun and moon, and we were missing each other by just a moment, never there at the same time, never understanding how we worked, but just relying on the fact that we were there. Just like the sun passes the moon and raindrops fall from the sky, my love for you has faded away. I would think I would be sad, but for some reason I'm not. I find myself dancing away the sadness that I had when I was with you. I'm loving the ways of happiness that I didn't want to feel without you. When we broke up, I thought I was never going to smile again. But here I am, smiling.